Good morning, friends. This is K. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in Chebur Engineering College. Now, today's topic, polarization. So, what is polarization? Let us briefly discuss about that. Already in the previous session, we discussed two topics. First, interference, that is, and diffraction. These are the two properties of light. And one more property of light, that is polarization. So these three properties are clearly studied in this wave optics. And last two phenomena, that is interference and diffraction, gives the information about light is a form of wave. That means it gives the clarification about light travel in the form of wave. That means from the properties, interference and diffraction leads to conclude that a light is a form of wave motion. But these phenomena do not explain about whether the waves are transverse wave nature or longitudinal wave nature. Why? Because waves are classified into two types: transverse waves, longitudinal waves. So the phenomena of polarization gives the clarification that light waves are transverse wave in nature. So once again, what is the transverse wave? What is the meaning of transverse wave nature? So here the wave travel in a transverse wave nature as its definition. It travel in the form of waves. So like that. So as the definition of transverse wave, the particle's vibration is perpendicular to the wave vibration. That means when the wave moves in x direction, then the particle's vibration is in y direction. That means the particle's vibration is perpendicular to the wave propagation. So that is the definition of transverse waves. That means from the phenomena of polarization, it is clearly explained that light waves are transverse wave in nature. So here there is an experiment which gives the what is the polarization character, explanation about the polarization character. So how the light waves are transverse wave in nature. So here A and B are two crystals and they are named as tourmaline crystals. So tourmaline crystal is used in polarized material. It is used as a polarized material. Then what is a polarized material? That will be explained in further session. Okay, right. Here A and B are two crystals which are tourmaline crystals. Now here S is a source of light. Now it has two directions, more than one direction. So it is symbolically represented as Dotted means it is a horizontal direction and there is a vertical. That means more than two directions. So where an ordinary light incident on A, here A is a tourmaline crystal. After emerged from A, when you observe that here there is no dotted points. So what is here the dotted points indicates the horizontal light direction. Actually, light travel in multiple directions. So just we here write only two directions. One is vertical, another one is horizontal. So in a two-dimensional point of view, in horizontal is only indicated by the dotted line. Only dot here, the dot indicates the horizontal line direction. In a two-dimensional view, it is indicated by dot. Okay. So here it is a monochromatic light. I mean normal ordinary light. Now after tourmaline crystal A, we have only one direction of light. There is no dotted lines. That means horizontal line. Only vertical components are there. No horizontal components here. Even though after B also, no horizontal components. That means whenever a light that is an ordinary light, that means it travels in all directions. After tourmaline crystal, the emerged light has only one direction. Only one direction. When you observe that after B crystal also, B is also one of the example of tourmaline. After B also it has only one direction. That is only vertical component. Okay. So in case 1, both A and B are arranged in a parallel manner or arranged in a parallel position, then whatever the light emerged through tourmaline crystal B is false at the point O. So this is the first case. When you observe the second case, whenever tourmaline crystal A and tourmaline crystal B are arranged in a perpendicular manner, you have to imagine that. Actually, you imagine in three-dimensional view. So this is in a horizontal position and it is in a vertical position. So both the crystals are in a perpendicular manner. So whenever these are in a perpendicular manner, the light waves after A cannot travel through tourmaline crystal B. And what is the reason? So that reason we discuss in next topic. Okay? Right. And the next one is unpolarized light. What is unpolarized light? Actually, ordinary light, example bulb, tube light, sun, these are all examples for ordinary light. Ordinary light consisting of infinite number of waves and they travel their infinite directions, infinite own directions. So such a ordinary light is nothing but unpolarized light. That means it consisting of a large number of vibrations in all planes at right angles to the direction of the propagation. So wave propagation, here you observe these three pictures. So this is the source of light. The light travel in all directions. Okay. And here also, it is also a symbolic representation of unpolarized light. So why? It has two directions. It has two directions. One vertical direction, and this dot indicates the horizontal direction. So more than one direction is nothing but unpolarized light. It is also more directions. So simply unpolarized light is nothing but ordinary light. It have more number of waves and they have their own direction of vibrations. That means more than one direction. So simply more than one direction light is nothing but unpolarized light. So simply the examples of unpolarized light are bulb, tube light, sunlight, and so on, candlelight, etc. Then what is polarization? When unpolarized light is passed through the first tourmaline crystal, one component is completely eliminated along the second component. The process is called polarization. So simply polarization means the process of elimination of one component completely, allowing the other is called polarization. So when you observe this figure here, whatever we're discussing that by using tourmaline crystal, here it is an unpolarized light. That means multiple directions. So whenever it travels through a tourmaline crystal, it is considered as a polarized light. That means one sideness property or light to travel in a single direction. So that's why when crystal A and B are arranged in a parallel manner, only in parallel positions we observe the light after B also. Why? Because B crystal is along the same direction of light here. Whatever the direction of the light here, that is vertical, and B is also in the same direction, then only light travel through the B. But whereas in second position, this is the direction of the light wave, and this is perpendicular direction of the tourmaline crystal. That's why here the light cannot travel through the crystal B. That means we cannot observe the light after B. At what position? In perpendicular position. Why? Because here a polarization phenomena is done. So what is the polarization phenomena? To convert the unpolarized light into polarized light. Right? What is the polarized light? Polarized light, simply the light which has one-sideness property or light travel in a single direction. So that is called polarized light. Okay. So here the tourmaline crystal A and B. Here the tourmaline crystal is called polarizer. Why it is named as a polarizer? This is the crystal which converts the unpolarized light into polarized light. Which converts the unpolarized light into polarized light. So here the polarization phenomena is done due to this crystal. So that's why this crystal is named as polarizer. And next, the crystal B is called analyzer. So how we confirm that it is named as analyzer? It analyzes that whether the light is polarized or not. By change its direction, it is confirmed. Yes, when crystal B is parallel to crystal A, so after B also we observe the light. If B crystal is perpendicular to A, we cannot see the image of the light after B. because the direction of the light is exactly opposite to the crystal. So the crystal B analyzes that whether the light is polarized or not. So B is called analyzer. So here the crystal which polarizes the light is called polarizer, and the second crystal which analyzes whether the polarization occurs or not is called analyzer. Here polarizer and analyzer can be interchanged. We can change it. Okay. Now the next concept is types of polarization. So there are 4 types of polarizations we have. Plane polarized light, partially plane polarized light, circular polarized light, and elliptically polarized light. So these are the types of polarization. So first one is plane polarized light. If the vibrations are confined to a single plane, then it is called plane polarized or linearly polarized. So we observe that this is the light propagation direction. That means light moves in this direction. Now the particle vibrations is like that. So here the particle vibration has only one direction, that is in vertical direction. So simply it is the vertical vibrations. So here the particle travels in a vertical vibration direction, and moreover it has only one direction. So this type of a polarized light is nothing but linearized light or plane polarized light. So not only in vertical vibrations, when the particles are vibrating in horizontal position, I already said that horizontal position in 2-dimensional is indicated by in the form of a dot. It is not a dot. It indicates the dot means it is in a horizontal direction. That means it is towards the paper. So you have to imagine that this is dot indicates the direction of the particle vibration, which is towards the paper. So here also particles vibration is only in one direction, that is in horizontal direction. This is also one-sidedness property. So plane polarized light may be in vertical vibration or in horizontal vibration. And the next one is partially plane polarized light. So somewhat both vertical and horizontal components are mixed a little bit. That means if the linearly polarized light contains a small additional components of unpolarized light, that means we cannot confine that here only a complete one-sidedness property. It is a mixed property. So that's why it is a partially polarized light. It means it has some vertical particle direction and some horizontal particle direction. So such a cases is also existed in the universe. So simply such a cases are called partially plane polarized light. Partially plane polarized light. And third one is circular polarized light. So in circular polarization, the electric vector of constant amplitude no longer oscillations but rotates while proceeding in the form of helix. So here there are 2 vectors having equal amplitude and the same frequency and having equal magnitude. when they are superimposed in a perpendicular manner. That is the very important point. So here, this is the one of the vector, I mean, one of the light, and this direction is the another vector. Now, these two vectors are superimposed in a perpendicular manner. Then the light moves in a circular helical shape like that. So this type of polarized light is represented by circular polarized light. That means here the vector rotates in clockwise direction. Clockwise direction with the direction of the propagation. If in case it rotates in anti-clockwise direction, then it is called a left circular polarized light. If in case it travels in a clockwise direction, then it is called a right circular polarized light. So once again, I repeat, what is a circular polarized light? Two light vectors, I mean electric vectors. Here, why it is called electric vector? Actually, light is a electromagnetic wave nature. That means it consisting of both electric vector and magnetic vector. But as compared with the intensity of electric vector, magnetic vector is simply neglected. So in overall, as we consider as a light vector, it is a electric vector. So that's why we use only electric vector here. So whatever the two electric vectors, this is the one direction of electric vector and this is another direction. But these two vectors having same magnitude and frequency, but they are superimposed in a perpendicular manner. Then the light propagates in a circular shape. So when you observe the direction of the figure, you can easily understand this. This is the propagation of the light. So this type of polarized light is nothing but circular polarized light. And next, finally, the elliptical polarized light. So in circular polarized light, electric vectors having constant amplitude. But here the electric vectors is not constant and they are various periodically. That means they have different magnitude of electric vector, different magnitude. Again, here also these two vectors are superimposed, but they move in a helical, I mean in a elliptical shape. So as you know the schematic representation of ellipse, when you imagine the ellipse having the diameter on vertical diameter is different from horizontal diameter. Whereas in circle, overall diameter is the same. But in ellipse, the vertical diameter is different from horizontal diameter. So example, egg. When you imagine the egg, the vertical diameter is opposite to the, is conformably opposite to the, is different to the horizontal diameter. So in the same way, whenever two electric vectors having different amplitudes are superimposed in a perpendicular manner, then an elliptic polarized light is formed. So this is the shape of the elliptical. So these are the four types of polarized light. One is a plane polarized light, partially plane polarized light, circular polarized light, and finally elliptical polarized light. So now the next session we start in next class. Okay. Thank you to all.